What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Tonight we're going to go over something that I saw a video, Dave Palumbo and Sean Ray, which was an interesting video because I don't never really seen both of them together in any one place or in any interview or anything like that. Talking about Ronnie Coleman's, I guess his remarks he made, or it's about him not being able to walk again and the surgeries and the issues and all, and the mindset of Ronnie and stuff like that. So I, of course, have a different point of view than Sean and Dave both, and we'll just walk through that now. So I think Dave and Sean are both right, okay? Plain and simple. I think that, you know, Dave is right about how when everybody's attacking Ronnie now, they should just shut the fuck up. Plain and simple, okay? If Ronnie didn't ask for your opinion, then shut the fuck up. Stop dogging on him, right? And I also think that Sean is right in that Ronnie should take some personal responsibility, and what those people are saying is actually true. What they're saying about him doing it to himself and he should stop, it's true. So Dave is right, which, you know, an unasked opinion, right? Unsolicited opinion is just bullshit. And at the same time, it's bullshit that Ronnie doesn't take full responsibility, and, you know, it's his problem with the injuries. It's not the doctor's, it's Ronnie's problem. Now, here's a little something that I don't think that either one of them thought of. And that is, Ronnie Coleman for a long time now has been on pain pills. And I remember watching his video, he was talking about like the amounts he was taking. I was like, fuck, that's like addiction amounts. Now, he's a big guy, don't get me wrong, but opiates affect your brain in a way that it's not really, like, your dosage doesn't go by fucking body weight for Oxycontin, okay? So Sean, I think, was the one that said, you know, he was very upset that Ronnie had stated that at this point he thinks that the doctors are actually bringing him in for surgeries trying to, you know, basically make money off of him, right? And then Dave defended Ronnie by basically saying that, you know, Ronnie puts himself in there and the doctors are basically trying to help him. Like, they don't basically go out and hit him in the back with a hammer so he winds up coming back in next week. The doctors fix him and say, listen, just stay, this is as good as you're going to be. This is the best it's going to get. Just don't do anything to fuck it up. And then he goes right in the gym and fucks it up, right? So technically it is Ronnie's fault. Now, I don't think that Ronnie is under any disillusion that it is his fault what's going on. But the one thing that, you know, I think that really gets kind of left out here is the things that Ronnie's saying on the pain pills aren't necessarily the way that Ronnie really thinks or feels. Now, listen, just bear with me. I literally, when I was addicted to, before heroin, before Nubain, it was pills. It was Vicodin, it was Oxycontin, and many of my friends were. I've had family members that were. I mean, this is not something like, you know, of course I went to rehab where other people I met had, you know, problems with the same type of opiates and stuff. And you actually wind up saying things, like you're on autopilot at times. And if Ronnie's still in the hospital and they're giving him Demerol or morphine or Dilaudid or whatever the fuck they're giving him, that's some powerful fucking shit. So when people are talking to him, you may look you right in the eye and you think he's fucking fine. I walked around my life, most of the time, people thinking I was fine. Like, maybe I was a little tired because I would stay up late or whatever, but it was never to the point where they were like, well, is he fucked up? Like, later on I was, right, towards the heroin thing. But the pills, you're actually able to function, but you say things and do things that not only are not within your character, it's out of character for you, but you don't even remember saying or doing them. And they're not even accurate things. So, like, I did an actual interview, I talked about this, an interview for a pro wrestling talk show when I was a wrestler. And the individual, Joe Bruin, had hit me up and said, hey, do you want this link? I have them, you know, online. They're all digital now. You can just click on the link and you can watch the thing. I was like, Joe, I don't know. I said, I don't remember doing, you know, I wrestled a show for you and stuff. I don't remember doing an interview or anything like that. He's like, oh, stop. And I was like, it wasn't me, bro. I was like, it's someone else. He's like, okay. So he sends me the link and I click on it. And he's doing an interview with someone else, and that person's segment is done. And he says, all right, up next we have Lucien Bagwell. And I was like, what the fuck? And there I am. I come walking in there, past the camera, and I sit down in the thing, and I'm like, boom, and he's doing the interview, and I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, dude, that's not, I mean, it's me, but it's not me. Like, it's my physical being, but that's not my soul, the way I'm talking, and that's not my personality. Like, what the fuck? I had no idea. Not only did I drive there, I did the interview, but I wrestled matches and stuff that I don't remember shit. I was able to actually go through the match and do the moves that were planned out beforehand and not remember anything when it was done. Like, literally on autopilot. I've said things to people that were way out of character. You know, for instance, I'll be, you know, fuck it. I mean, it is what it is. So I had found a friend of mine on Facebook that I hadn't seen in years. And I used to actually train with her. Beautiful little competitor. Back then it was fitness. And I said, oh, I wonder how she's doing. So I said, hey, how have you been? It's been so long. I mean, it's literally been like 20 years or something. And she hits me up. She's like, oh my God, Jerry, how are you? Where are you now? Da, da, da. I'm like, I'm down in Virginia. I think it was back in Maryland at this time. And we start talking about stuff. She's like, well, I've just looked at your stuff like on social media and like, you're doing so well. Like, I'm so glad you turned things around. I said, yeah. I said, I was pretty messed up for a little while. She goes, yeah. She goes, I didn't really think it was that bad until you started asking me about my sex life in the middle of our fucking workout. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah. She goes, you're saying some pretty fucked up shit. That's why I never, came around or called you anymore or worked out with you anymore. And I was like, I don't remember any of that. Like, this girl's like the sweetest thing. Why would I had no fucking clue. Like, completely fucking blank. My mother, and I'm being 100% from the heart with you guys, 100% true and 100% honest. My mother tells a story to anybody who will listen that wants to know. And she talks about this time where I was in the bathroom. I was living with her and my dad, and I was throwing up, and she could hear me violently throwing up in the bathroom. So eventually she was like, fuck this. So somehow she jimmied the door open. I don't know how. My mom's fucking, she can do shit like this. She's like MacGyver. Give her a fucking duct tape, she'll do anything. My dad was even worse. You give him a toothpick and he can do anything. But they jimmied the door open, and I'm in the shower, throwing up in the shower, black liquid, like black stuff, like thick black, like sludge. My mom was a nurse, so she was like, fuck, that's blood. Like, why are you throwing up blood? Like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, listen, the only way this is going to stop, I am so sick, is if I get some Oxycontin. And she's like, well, where the fuck do you get it? She's like, where do you get this Oxycontin stuff? I said, I don't have any money, and I can't leave the house. Look at me, like, there's no way I can get it. And my mom was like, this has to stop. Like, you're gonna die if you don't get that Oxycontin. And I guess I was like, yes. So my mom went and I guess I called my dealer or whatever. She went, met the guy, gave him the money, got the pills, came home, gave them to me, and then I fucking was better. I don't recall a single, like, it might as well have been a fucking completely, like, a different person, because I don't remember that ever happening. I don't remember ever having the discussion. I don't remember throwing up black shit. None of that. I don't remember any of it. But you're an automatic pilot, and you're making decisions, and you're saying shit. Now, I understand that Ronnie laying in that bed, Ronnie taking those pills, he's going to say and do shit, okay, that is not what he normally would say or do if he was not taking those pain pills, okay? Which means that him getting back in the gym, I can almost guarantee you if he wasn't on those pain pills, he wouldn't be back in the gym. The pain pills mask the pain enough for him to go to the gym and train, and he doesn't think it's doing as much harm as it is because the fucking pain pills are masking the pain. Like, they got him loaded on Oxycontin. He goes to surgery, they're not going to give him Oxycontin after the surgery. They're going to put him on an IV, which is going to be Demerol or Dilaudid or maybe even a morphine drip or something like that. They might not even make him an Oxycontin anymore. They may have went to something stronger with the morphine or fentanyl. Who knows what the fuck they're giving him at this point for the pain. But the bottom line is, his actions, the things he says, the things he does, although it is him and he is responsible for his own actions and thoughts and words that come out of his mouth, you're not doing it with a free mind. Your mind is literally warped. And if his mind is already warped, not really realizing what the fuck is going on reality-wise around him, on top of the fact that the pain is dull enough, he has pain, but he's able to work through it, which means the pain is dull enough that he can go in there. He's causing more problems, which is why you're not supposed to take painkillers and keep playing sports. You're not supposed to take painkillers and go try to fucking do something. The doctor says, sit on your ass for 2 weeks. Don't get up the day after the surgery. And you take the painkillers, you get up, you get fucking hurt, you go back to the doctor. Why? He told you not to, because you're not feeling the pain. You're not feeling the signals telling your brain something is drastically wrong and you need to stop. So you're doing more damage. That's what happens. All these NFL players that got cortisone shots and morphine injections and fucking, they were giving them all kinds of different drugs. They'd get injured, come off the field, they'd pump them full of all kinds of shit right there, throw them back on the fucking field again, and they would play and wind up tearing up the knee even worse. Because of what was originally just a pulled hamstring and an inflamed tendon wound up being a complete tear, because this motherfucker can't feel any of it, and now the knee joint is unstable with the tear, and he fucking cuts and then the fucking knee pops out. Like, it's something that athletes see a lot, and I'm really surprised that these guys are not really breaking it down like that, because many of these bodybuilders, these athletes, these people, they've been through shit like that. They know somebody that's gone through some shit like that. And all of us, I don't care, Dave Palumbo, I can tell you right now for a fact, has to know at least, and Sean Ray too, has to know at least one person that was so fucked up on Nubane throughout the years that they weren't acting like themselves and they were fucking completely off the rails and literally was like a completely different person. Gut clean it was back to themselves again. It was like Jekyll and Hyde, and that's exactly what happens with this shit. So for me, I actually feel really bad for Ronnie. I feel bad for the fact that he has enough pain where he has to take those pills, right? And now he is addicted to the pills. And it's not just a physical dependency or physical dependency, but he needs them for the pain. He actually has a reason to take them. Like, he's not taking them to get high and go party. So now, not only does he have the reason, which is the pain, he's addicted to them physiologically, and at the same time, he's doing more damage to his body because he doesn't get the pain signals to his brain that would be so bad that would make him fucking stop and go, whoa, I shouldn't do that. So hopefully Dave sees this, Sean sees this, Ronnie sees this, anybody who's making fun of him sees this, anybody who says that he's stupid for doing what he's doing sees this. I have been there. You guys all know I have been there. You know that I'm speaking from experience, and the fucking stupid shit I've done, it's like watching myself in a mirror, except Ronnie Coleman doesn't look anything like me, and he's a lot bigger than me, and he's not me, and he's anytime. But anyways, it's like looking in a mirror with his actions and the stuff that I have personally seen. Like, I had a friend of mine who's fucking had a back surgery, right? Talked to him fucking on the phone. He was fucking out of his skull. He was looped out of his fucking head on those painkillers, right? He was up that day walking around in the fucking hospital, right? When they took him off the fucking Demerol, he couldn't get out of bed. While he was walking around that fucking, that thing, he couldn't feel the pain on the Demerol. Had they kept giving him Demerol, letting him fucking walk week after week after week, he would eventually tore his back up and been in there with another surgery. So it's like, I've seen exactly what Ronnie's going through, and it's sad. The only thing that you can do right now, honestly, is just say, look, here's the deal. Ronnie is living his life. He is under the care of, under the supervision of doctors, of physicians. They're doing the best they can, but you're dealing with a person who's an athlete, with the mindset of an athlete who doesn't want to stop like a fucking robot, who's also addicted to opiates and doesn't know what the fuck is going on half the time, even though they look and sound like they know what's going on. They really don't. So honestly, my personal opinion is, cut him some fucking slack. BibleShitTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.BibleShitTraining.com is the blog. It's to cut Ronnie some slack, bicep, and we are out.